So Mr. McGowan, Lee, we're here, and Kylie, in this incredible building which has, my gosh, it's just more impressive than the Mad Max Museum that I hear so much about. So why moose, please?
All I know about that is I was imitating a famous footballer when I was in preschool, and that's the story my older brothers gave me as I got a bit older, and I've had it since then. So that's about as much as I can tell you.
And it used to be in the program, Lee, you said, even...
I didn't even know your first name. It was always Bruce McGowan in the program. So yeah, it just, and hey, it transferred to his kid, and it's here to stay. Definitely.
Yeah, I think Lee passed on Travis become Moose.
Okay.
Yeah. And not many people call me Terry. That's my name, except one of my sisters and my mother-in-law.
Okay.
People from the orchestra.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
When Kylie and I go riding, we often stop and go, oh, there's a moose, because the Orimple bus shelter is one of them. How many pieces of art do you have in Mildura, would you think?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Do people commission you to do that, or you just go, I want to paint that, or like what?
I do. I get nowadays. That's mainly what I do, is commission to do murals. I used to do sign writing for a living, but that all gets done by computer now. And
Yeah.
so I found that little niche market where I can earn a couple of dollars doing murals, which is it's enjoyable.
Now, your mum gave you the passion for, she was quite an artist herself, yeah?
Yeah, she was. She, I have a picture over in the house there that she drew for me when I was only about 4, and I've kept it. She was an artist. I don't know how much work she did because I've never really seen her draw. I can't remember that. She passed away when I was quite young, so I sort of remember that and the books that she got for me when I was about 12 or 13.
How proud she'd be of what you've gone on to do with your art. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's. I guess she was a pensioner. She had 5 children. I guess money was hard, and she wanted to try and break us out of that cycle. That's one of the memories I have.
Yeah. So
I can't work out how he even starts on those walls.
yeah.
How do you? Where do you begin? You know, where do you? Honestly, like,
Have a look. I'm going to find you through some of these bikes, Elliot. How good's this thing, mate? Just
Yeah, this one's pretty tricky. There's CZ up there.
yeah, you were saying that this gorgeous old piece. Okay. Oh.
So that's what I presented.
Oh, beautiful.
That's
That's
what
like
I
the
presented.
Mildura one in Knight Street.
Yeah, so that's what I
This is on the
presented
bottle
to her.
shop.
Oh.
IGN.
Oh, yeah.
Richie's.
Yeah, so I sketched that up and presented it to them, and they accepted it after it's a second sketch. The first sketch, they didn't like the couple of bottles of wine on that side, so I had to change it to the dipping in the glass.
How do you go about?
Get your crayon out, Lee. Show us how good you are.
We've got a wall like this is long.
We're gonna have art lessons with Moose here. This is cool.
He's already tried. He come out to my place. Yeah.
There's a few marks on there. And so on the wall, yeah, that's 2 metres to there, then there's 7 metres, and then another 2 metres there, and
Yep.
it was 2.6 to there, but
So
and
if
I grid it up.
Is
so,
that hand sketch, that one?
yeah, everything's
Yep.
hand sketch, and I grid that up into metres, into square metres, and then I know that that fits in that square metre and that so forth.
Yeah.
But it's all freehand, like.
What about the silos? Would you ever do that again?
You could draw a wall, couldn't you, Lee? You could draw a wall.
I've got a mixed feelings about.
I thought you would,
Motion.
because they're wraps. Is that the bit that you mixed
No,
about?
they're not wrapped. That's not the problem.
Okay.
I look at a silo that's built out of concrete.
Yep.
It's maintenance free,
Yep.
and as soon as you put paint on it, who's going to fix that in 10 years? Like as soon as they start to look ratty, because I've had the luxury of watching my signs deteriorate over my career.
Yep.
And if you get 10 years out of one, you're going well.
Yeah.
And some of those silos are already flaking off or looking a bit untidy.
They are spectacular.
They are, and they're bringing a lot to the community.
Yeah,
They
the
are.
trail
So
and yeah.
There's probably more positives than negatives, but
Yeah.
being an artist and, I just sort of look at that and I think, well,
Does age add character to signs, Moose, or does it make you sad?
it depends. If it's flaking off, that really annoys me, but if it just gently fades, I think that's car.
Yeah.
The Coddy's one in 9th and 10th and...
Oh yeah, yeah.
I painted that in the late 70s, early 80s.
Did you really?
Yeah, so that's...
What about?
That's right near your
how-
favourite coffee shop, Lee.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
right next to,
Next to
Nash Lane, isn't it?
Next to
Yeah,
Nash Lane.
yeah.
How long do you kind of think that will last?
This one.
Yeah. What do you normally? What do you work on? 15 years?
Yeah, I reckon that one will be
15.
15, no
Yeah.
problem.
Obviously, it depends on where sun's going down, or,
Yeah.
you know, afternoon sun. And,
That one we've used colours that should hang on pretty good.
yeah.
Look how some of his paintings have hung on over the test of time, Lee.
That one's.
That's
really
one of your
hung on.
that's one of your favourites.
That's really hung on.
How many do you think you've drawn over the years? So do you have any sort of concept at all of your?
I have a little box with a few photographs in it, and I have an album, and I stopped using that stuff probably 10 years ago now because I started putting everything online.
Yep.
And I call that little box of photos the body of work. It
Yes.
all fits in a box about that big.
Yep.
I can't say how many. I've been doing it, for many years. Probably 45 as a sign writer.
Wow. The Fearless 40s thing. Look how good that is, Lee. Like the Fearless 40 thing, that is like one of my absolute
I
favourites.
think the other one there's Frank Arthur.
Is it really? This whole place is so.
Craig, that one.
Oh, Lionel. Wow. Up there's probably where the river used to be, at what it used to look like, compared to what it is now. What's your favourite thing to draw? Paint, whatever. What's your favourite thing to capture?
Oh, I don't really have a favourite.
Don't you?
Sorry, I just painted what people want me to paint, really. And when I used to, before that come about, I used to draw motorcycles mainly.
Yep.
It probably doesn't surprise anyone who knows me.
No, well, just looking around a little bit, there's do you have to wait for that inspiration, or can you turn it on and turn it off? Like when I write, I have to be in the zone.
No, I've been doing this job so long that when it comes to me, I just get the brush out and go. If it's not working, I'll shut down
Yeah,
and I'll go
okay.
back the next day. But most of the time, it comes off the brush.
Yeah, wow. Lee, tell me about the McGowan name in this community for Speedway.
Well, when I was riding, you were still riding, weren't you, Moose? You were still spinning laps?
I started in 79 and I raced through to 82. And then I couldn't really afford to keep up with the other blokes because I had a baby and no money.
Yeah.
I had a sponsor to give me a tyre a year, a season. Anyway, so I chucked it in, and then I had about 6 years of doing just riding on the road. And I found an old bike and I restored that, and I started doing club stuff. But the junior program started in 79.
Yep.
And so I had the luxury of seeing that as well. But my problem was I was already 24 years old, and I was racing kids who were 16, so I didn't have much chance.
I remember it probably was in my junior days. You were on the two-valver. You were running the two-valver for a while.
Yeah, I did.
Or-
I started on a 2-valve and then I went to a 4-valve. I bought a bike off Phil Crump.
Yep.
And,
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
That one up there is one of the original, the junior one up there.
Is it
That's
really?
one of the new. It was built by the club. There was 8.
I just love the breastplate next to it.
Here's number 5.
It's gorgeous. I love the way that some people would have a wine cellar, Moose. But your wine cellar is not a wine cellar. Your wine cellar is a very cool collection of even bikes from Sweden. Did I hear you say that Trav brought back some?
I just brought some home when he migrated home from overseas.
Travie was a good rider too, yeah?
Truck junior, definitely under 16. He was
Yeah,
under
he-
21.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
he was under 16 champion when he was 11. Then he was on the podium for the next 4 years. And then when he went into the under 21s, he won that 3 times, and he was on the podium the other 2 times. And then Europe, he sort of didn't quite reach his peak before he chucked it in and come home, but he gave it a good dip. He was over there 16
Gave
years.
it a good shot.
16 years.
Ended up in Sweden, living in Sweden.
Yeah, wow.
He did a couple of years with me. One was King's Lynn. I can't remember the other one. There was
Sweden
another.
I see he's got the Swindon, yeah, up there as well,
Swindon
yeah.
one, yep. So, and then ended up in Rospigana, was it? Rospigana in Sweden. So,
Policeman in Thailand.
Yep.
Not much there, I think.
yeah, but was living in Sweden and a great place to live. Awesome. Just, I think it's the closest thing to Australia. Sweden
Oh, it's
and
lovely
Europe.
over there, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Just
I don't know
very,
about winter though, because it's
No,
but
screw that.
Just the relaxed and having the room to go and do things and ride motorbikes and do all that, which you know what I mean. It's friggin' hard work.
That's right. And I think his choice of Sweden was that he could buy sort of a half an acre of land with a
Yep.
cottage on it for the same price, one of those
Yep.
little terrace houses in England. So
Lee and I both just waiting for Steve McQueen to walk in and take
Yeah,
this
yeah,
bad
yeah.
boy.
That looks like
Is it looks like kind of around the same as the Great Escape
Escape.
bike, doesn't it?
Hey?
well, it is a Triumph.
How much do you ride still? In
I
general,
ride-
you got a beautiful
I
Harley.
I ride every day.
Do you?
If I don't ride every day, I start to get withdrawal symptoms.
Yep.
Every day he goes for a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, where's coffee at? Where's your favourite?
I park near the banjos there, and I
Yep.
sit there, but I buy me coffee on the other end. So I like it there.
Yeah. So you always go past
Yeah.
at smoko time.
Yep.
And you'll see the Harley parked at the end of the mall.
So which one's the coffee shop? Which one's the one you go to?
Well, he
I buy me coffee at Caffeinio.
Oh, yes.
Corner of
Yep.
8th Street.
Yep.
I drink it down the other end where there's a few old
There's a
blokes
few-
down there that are about the same age as
and
me.
they all got Harleys, haven't they? They all
Oh, there's a few Harleys there.
Few-
Yeah,
few
it's a cross section. They're just
Yeah.
motorcyclists, really.
Yeah.
And it's like therapy. You know, I get to ride into town,
Yep.
talk stuff, solve a few of the world's problems, and ride home.
Have you
Unless I'm
been
working, I might have to go and do a painting somewhere.
born and bred?
Oh no, I came here to visit my sister in late 77, early 78, and I hooked up with my now wife, Cassandra, and never really left.
Cassandra's got a beautiful laugh. Like it fills the room.
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady actually. We've been married for 43 years or something.
She works in aged care.
Yeah, on long service at the moment. I'm enjoying having a home, but yeah, she's been down there.
That'll come in handy when she's looking after you, Moose.
No,
She
I don't think
doesn't,
she's going to do that.
She doesn't drive out. This is Cassandra's bike here.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
nice.
she rode the. She used to ride the Vespa to work every day.
Oh, that's so
Cost
cool.
$5 a month in fuel.
And still rides the Harley.
We just did a trip around here. We left and followed the river down to Thailand Bend, and then we followed the coast around, went over the ferry down to Geelong there, went around to the lake's entrance where it was the first night of our honeymoon.
Oh,
And then
wow.
back up over the mountain. We were going to follow the Murray home, but unfortunately the floods and detoured us around, and we had to go back down and going up the Calder. But it was 3,000 k's, and I'm so proud of her. Every time I looked in the mirror, she's right there.
Straight there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Moose, the light gets me in here. Like it's just a beautiful old building. The windows are just, I mean, you're far more of an artist than I am, but I keep looking at the light in this room. Light's such an important part of art, isn't it?
At the moment, I wouldn't be able to do anything in here. I have to have the roller door open so the light comes in over my left shoulder. But I know what you mean. I should have had the paint wall over there, but
I mean, that's just, and with the bike and everything in the background, like that's just stunning.
Yeah.
It is like you expect someone to climb in through the old garage window, isn't it, really? How much longer will you paint?
some of the intricate stuff, I think my time's a bit limited because I don't want to go past my peak of where I start to make a mess. An old signwriter gave me, passed on his work to me when he was old. He would have been 80, I guess, then. And he came out and he said, look, I'm not doing it anymore. You want it, you have it. And when I go and do his boards, I look back and I think, I'm glad he stopped because he was getting...
You can see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't want to go past where my work becomes untidy, so I don't know. Travis is supposed to take it over. He's got most of the work now.
Travis can do the freehand and all
Yeah.
that, can't he?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Travis is quite a good artist as well.
So that's 3 generations.
2.
Well, you count Mum.
She wasn't professional.
No, but she was an artist. That's where it
She
came
was
from,
an
right?
artist, that's right, yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah, she died, she was only 43 when she died, so.
Oh my goodness.
But Trav can do the
Yeah, he's
Yep.
a good pinstriper and
all that sort of stuff.
most of the tattoos he's got on himself is behind himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Yeah, he's taken over the business really. Like he's my boss now.
I asked a friend the other day who's from America, he's a photographer, been shooting since 1978. I said, how long will you do this for, Dave? He said, as long as my finger still works. And then I'll try and find something else to press the button. I mean, photography is a little different to painting.
Yeah, with artwork and that, I guess I can do that forever, you know, because nobody will know if it's not quite in place. Yeah, but the gold leaf lettering and stuff, you know, I'll pull up on that. You know, I've just done a couple of boards. One of them dated back to 1923, and so it's important if you're doing something that's got some historical significance.
Yeah.
It has to be right. And when I look at the quality of work, some of the boards, I've been doing those honour boards in gold leaf since '79.
So all the honour board, you know,
Yep.
club.
Yep.
All your,
Oh yes,
all you see
yep.
around
In the club
motorbike
rooms, yep.
You know, I've been doing
This
that
is the
around the
man.
district
This is-
since 1979, and when I look at the quality of work that they used to do back in the early 1900s, or you know, 1920, 30, it wasn't about money then. It was about quality,
Yeah,
and that's the problem I've had through my career. I have to deliver a reasonable product for a reasonable price. So,
But when you look at those honour boards throughout the CWA, like you walk into any old, like town hall, right, and the tennis buildings and the lawn bowls champions and all, there's honour in those honour boards.
there is.
In the way that they were manufactured and
that they were
crafted.
produced,
They were
yeah.
crafted.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a shame. That's a part of.
It's getting a bit lost because
Yeah.
it's hard to find someone that actually does the gold leaf now, and you know they can do them in vinyl, but it doesn't quite have that class about it. That sort of the bowls club in Stewart Avenue there, in the River Bowls Club. The boards come right down next to the table, and a little kid will be sitting there and he'll be peeling it off while he's having his dinner.
No.
It's true.
Fair, is it?
Yeah.
So you've
With
got
the
your
gold
art,
leaf.
you've got your motorcycles, and your family. Has it been a good life?
Oh, I got, you know, it's been a rocky road earlier on. I had to go through a bit of shit to get where I am, but I feel like I'm on my feet still, you know. I don't want to whinge.
Bit of a legend, mate. The way I figure it.
It's 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Kylie's been saying to me for a couple of months now, got to go to Moose's. I've got to take you to Moose's. So,
There's only one moose.
well, there's a Moose Junior
There's
apparently.
Moose Junior, but
Right,
there's
that's
only
your
one
fault.
moose. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pity Trevor not here, you know, because he could add a bit to this conversation.
Well, we can have a separate chat, Tim. This one's about you today. I love all the stuff that's hanging. I love that. Who's the painting of, by the way? Did you just pick a picture that you liked? Yep. The Fearless 40s is just, I just love that. It is just so good. Wow. Thanks for showing us around. Thanks for bringing us out, LAR.
Cool, eh?
Oh my gosh. Just the light coming through on this bad boy. I can't wait. How long is this going to take to be finished, mate? Because this is from scratch, really.
I've got to build an exhaust system and I've got to get all the painted.
Yep.
But everything else is there now. The engine and the gearbox, everything's done. The wheels are done. So it's just a matter of paint. And it's assembly. I've already had it all on there. Everything bolts up.
Yeah.
I just took it off and painted. Not like that old Triumph there. I assembled that to make sure everything was fitting, and I picked it over and went. I thought,
That's it, you're leaving that.
I'll stop laughing.
No.